I have been wanting to go to the Eden Project for some time. The grounds leading up to the Eden Project were just as exciting as the project itself. Built into the side of a quarry, it is quite the sight to behold, with plants even growing up the quarry walls. There were lots of sculptures throughout the zigzag leading up to the Eden Project. Is this how the Garden of Eden was imagined? Entering the project, there is more sculptures leading up to the ticket area. You could very easily enjoy the day within the grounds without having to go inside. However, the Amazon rainforest section was really worth it. I was a little disappointed, however. It seems so much smaller on the inside than the domes lead you to believe. The rainforest had some amazing plants from all over the rainforest regions, from Malaysia to South America and more. There are upper levels, so you can see over the forest, and a sky platform, which I didn't queue for because the queue was far too long. Upper level, however, I believe shows enough. The birds roaming around were amazing, but I am sure there is more wildlife within the Eden Project that we missed. And it was unclear what was actually available in terms of animals. But there was a poster, and we couldn't quite work out whether they were actually there or not until we saw those birds. This is my kind of heat, and on a summer's day you really can't notice the difference, but it is a good 32 degrees centigrade with high humidity. The lighting in future apocalyptic dome was very inspiring. Like I was expecting, I wasn't going to get my paints out during the walk around the Eden Project, so I carried that rucksack for no reason. I will, however, be creating paintings from the photos once I get back to the studio. Mediterranean part wasn't as impressive simply because for the UK, where the Eden project is based, reminded me of Spain, which isn't all too far. The sculptures, however, were worth a photo. So really, the Eden project is made up of 3 parts. 4 if you include the zipline, which I didn't look into. So there's the rainforest from all regions that have a rainforest, from Asia to South America and beyond. Then you've got the Mediterranean part with Spain, I'm assuming Mexico, etc. So you have your humid and your dry heats. Then you have the outside gardens leading up to the project and the platform within the rainforest for overlooking from the higher point, which I didn't queue up for. I was interested in the history of the project and how it got built in the side of an old clay quarry. I did, however, get some good photos with the leaves having the juxtaposition of the dome and that good lighting, which will make for some good paintings later on. The Eden project has been around for some time, and while making this video I am slightly self-conscious around everyone's going to know what the Eden project is. Do I even need to explain it? But this was my first time. I'd never been to the Eden project. I've been meaning to go for many years, and so I wanted to give my honest first impressions of it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though I think my expectations were possibly too high. But it'd be interesting to see if it evolves over the years and whether, if I go back, anything would have changed, if they're going to be adapting with the times, because there's talk about other Eden projects going on in other regions, and it'd be interesting to see what they do to keep up and to keep doing the good work they're doing with the environment, and whether that will help or whether this is just going to be more of a sort of tourist attraction, and whether it will keep going. But it was really full of visitors, so it must still be attracting people from all over, and I would be very interested to hear whether you've heard of this place before and whether you've been. This sculpture park was a real find, and it didn't need the domes, so if anything this gave the Eden project a run for its money. These sculptures were really creepy, and the others were kind of interesting structures and things, but what really captivated me was it was like going to Jurassic Park. That's the best way I can explain it, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed myself looking around and taking photos. good to get out and explore, but this whole trip I haven't really wanted to put my face on it. So what I was saying is I don't want to show my face because I'd rather show the external world rather than just be me, and there's so much more to see, so I'll probably do a voiceover when I get back home. I've probably already done that, but the point being is the vlog style doesn't really suit me being my face when there's so much art and beauty out in the world. I thoroughly enjoyed this gallery. The energy and the expression and colour, it's nice to see this in a gallery because often it's looked at very precise, very strong draftsmanship, very strong what we class as skill. However, the self-expression and the ideas and the fluidity is often lost, and I find a lot of draftsmanship is kind of lost its soul, and not all, but I like when an artist has something to say and to really just experiment, and there's just some amazing energetic experimental pieces, especially these ones with the ducks. So really great experience of one of many galleries that we saw during Cornwall. While a lot of the sculptures was not really my style, you've got to admit it did add a lot of intrigue to the forest, and I think the plants would have made it just as interesting. However, it's all the little details they had around the place, all the little oddities, all the nice cafe, nice view, the strange little things just through the trees. It really made this a really special place.